Imagine floating in space, millions of kilometers away from Earth. Ahead of you is something darker than anything you have ever seen. No light reflects from it. No surface shines. It is a perfect circle of darkness surrounded by a glowing ring of fire. This is a black hole. For decades, black holes were considered the most terrifying objects in the universe, a place where gravity becomes so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape. But what would actually happen if a human being fell into one? Would you die instantly? Would you be crushed into nothing? Or could you somehow survive the journey into the darkest place in existence? Let's begin far from the black hole. At first, it might not even look that dangerous. From a distance, a black hole behaves just like any other massive object in space. If our sun suddenly turned into a black hole with the same mass, Earth would continue orbiting almost exactly the same way. But as you start moving closer, things begin to change. The first strange effect you would notice is how light behaves. Stars behind the black hole start bending around it. Space itself appears distorted, like looking through a warped glass lens. This happens because the black hole's gravity bends space and time themselves. This phenomenon is called gravitational lensing. The closer you get, the stranger the universe looks. Light from stars behind the black hole curves into rings and arcs around it. The glowing disk of gas and dust swirling around the black hole, called the accretion disk, burns at millions of degrees and shines brighter than entire galaxies. But you keep falling. As you approach the black hole, gravity begins to pull on you unevenly. The part of your body closer to the black hole feels a stronger gravitational pull than the part farther away. This difference in gravity creates a terrifying effect scientists call spaghettification. Your feet would be pulled toward the black hole much more strongly than your head. Slowly at first, and then violently, your body would stretch longer and thinner, like a strand of spaghetti. Bones would snap, cells would tear apart. Eventually, you would be stretched into a stream of atoms. But surprisingly, this doesn't always happen immediately. For very large black holes, called supermassive black holes, the event horizon can be so enormous that you might cross it without even noticing anything at first. The event horizon is the most important boundary of a black hole. It is the point of no return. Once you cross it, escape becomes impossible. Even light cannot travel fast enough to get back out. If you were falling toward a supermassive black hole, millions of times heavier than the sun, crossing the event horizon might feel strangely normal. From your perspective, nothing dramatic happens at the exact moment you cross it. But from the perspective of someone watching you from far away, something completely different occurs. To them, time near the black hole slows down dramatically. As you get closer to the event horizon, your movements appear slower and slower. Your signals, your light, even your voice would stretch and fade. Eventually, you would seem frozen at the edge of the black hole, never quite crossing it. You would slowly fade into darkness. But from your own perspective, time feels normal. You continue falling inward. And this is where things become truly mysterious. Inside the event horizon, every path in space leads only one direction, toward the center of the black hole. No rocket, no engine, no technology could stop the fall.
the laws of physics as we know them begin to break down. At the very center lies something called the singularity, a point where gravity becomes infinitely strong and space-time becomes infinitely curved. According to Einstein's theory of general relativity, all the mass of the black hole is crushed into this infinitely tiny point. Density becomes infinite. Physics loses its meaning. If you reached the singularity, every atom in your body would be compressed into a space smaller than an atom itself. But here's the strange part. We don't actually know what truly happens there. Our current theories of physics cannot fully describe the singularity. General relativity predicts it, but quantum physics disagrees with parts of the prediction. To truly understand what happens inside a black hole, scientists believe we need a completely new theory, a theory of quantum gravity. Some physicists believe that black holes could contain tunnels through space-time called wormholes. Others think information that falls into a black hole is somehow preserved on its surface. There is even a theory suggesting the inside of a black hole could give birth to an entirely new universe. If that were true, falling into a black hole might not be the end of a journey, but the beginning of another cosmos. But until we understand the true nature of gravity and quantum mechanics together, the inside of a black hole remains one of the greatest mysteries in science. So what would really happen if you fell into a black hole? The answer depends on the size of the black hole, how close you start, and the laws of physics that we still don't fully understand. But one thing is certain. Once you cross the event horizon, the universe you came from is gone forever, and whatever lies ahead is hidden in the deepest darkness of the cosmos.